What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. It is Hump Day, and for the most part, the Props Made Easy tools once again humped the hell out of yesterday's games. Was amazing. Okay, now I will say this in the video, Bronham ended up getting hurt. Drew Holiday played like absolute ass. Okay, which is that happens. That's why I tell y'all mix and match. That's why I tell y'all utilize the tools as the day goes on. Don't just rely on picks from 8:30 in the morning like I have to do in these videos. I do what I can, but a bunch of value comes throughout the day. Okay, I got some great unders on Kobe White, great unders on Tyrese Maxey, some great plays overall. I ended up hitting like 6 or 7 out of the 8 plays I ended up playing. So it was an amazing play, amazing night overall. Majority of the picks were absolutely dominating. So yeah, it was a good night once again. All right, and remember, all of the value from Props Made Easy comes from being a Props Made Easy member and having ability to check these all throughout the day. In the video, sure, if you just want to play the couple picks that I talk about in the video, sure. Okay? But remember, I'm just going off early morning information in these. And there's not a lot of value early morning, okay? Because a lot of the lines haven't been shifting and stuff yet. A lot of people aren't putting a bunch of money on certain sides yet. And I really love to use the tool about 15 to 20 minutes before the slate. Like, I've found so much success utilizing the Props Made Easy tool about 10 minutes before lock and just getting them in last minute. Like, pretty much sniping my plays last minute about 10 to 15 minutes before the slates. And I have been finding a ton of success with that because what you'll find is a lot of the professional bettors, right, who spend the most money on plays every single day are studying all throughout the day, and then they make their decisions late on in the day after news and all that stuff has happened. And it really shifts the lines heavily one way or the other. So that's why looking at the Props Made Easy tool later on in the day, after the big ballers have come in and put big money on certain sides of these player props and really made the values obvious, that is the best way to go, in my opinion. That's the way that I've been doing it a lot. As you guys know, I'm super transparent with how I like to do things and the certain techniques I've learned over the years. And yes, you can find value early throughout the day, early on in the morning. A lot of times you're not going to find it early like this. In the morning, it's very hard to find value early in the morning like this, which is why us sweeping in our videos is pretty amazing because there's really not amazing value early on in the day. But as the day goes on, you'll have these sniper plays pop into NBA and you'll be able to get those in, yes. But the amazing sniper plays, the big time snipe plays, come later in the day as that big money is put on either side, okay? And as you guys know, the only thing within your control in this industry is making sure you're going off amazing content, going off solid plays where you're playing that EV spot, but you also have the big analytics on that side as well, which is where the plus EV plus projection models come in at Props Made Easy and just check all those boxes for you and make sure that you're playing smart plays. Now, playing the smart play every time is not going to work. Like I've told y'all, I've given y'all the example of, look, this is the sports betting industry. An actual player himself could tell you what to do every day, and you still miss every day. You know what I mean? The actual player could say, "Go over my points tonight," and then end up going under a week straight. You know what I mean? Like, even they don't have 100% control over this shit. So it is very important to stay disciplined, keep your bankroll management, continue to play the smart plays that make the most sense, which obviously you can find at Props Made Easy, only $20 a month. Obviously, you could do that. Now, as I've always said too, joining Props Made Easy is completely your decision. I'm not also trying to force you or nothing like that, obviously. I'm not forcing your hand to join. You go through any things that you want to go through and figure out what works best for you. But I can assure you, if you do use Props Made Easy and you are knowledgeable in betting and you understand how betting works, you will have a ton of success and you will understand the value of it for only $20 a month. You'll see that it's the best option in the entire industry when it comes to your point per dollar. You know what I mean? So let's get straight into it. Looking over NFL for this week. All right, I'm going to give Game Script Plus a little more time to get all the game scripts together and stuff, so I'm not going to look at Game Script Plus yet. But Let's look at where we got the biggest value here. We do have Stephon Diggs receiving yards is set at 64.5 on Prizepicks. PME likes the under. He's 60.5 other places, which is a -4 receiving yard differential. Projection of 64.2, a -0.3. Now, projection is very close to where Prizepicks has the line set. But this big discrepancy between the other Vegas lines and that -4 is solid undervalue. I feel like Stephon Diggs will probably drop down a little bit as the week goes along. So yeah, that's a good value play right there. When looking at the overs, one thing that does interest me is Geno Smith's passing yards over 243.5. PME likes the over, as you can see. He's 245.5 other places, which is only a 2 sportsbook differential, right? But his projection's 254.7, an 11.2 passing yard differential on the over. Geno Smith is a great value over 243.5. Great spot for him. Chris Olave's receiving yards is set at 63.5. He's 65.5 other places, which is a 2 receiving yard differential. Projection of 73.6, which is a 10.1 projection differential. So Chris Olave receiving yards over, and then you can pair Olave up with a good little correlation with Derek Carr's passing yards over 229.5. Most likely, if Olave ends up over, then Derek Carr had a great game as well, and they can correlate together. So Chris Olave receiving yards over 63.5, Derek Carr passing yards over 229.5, and Geno Smith passing yards over 243.5 are some of the best options that we have on this slate. And then the best under right now is probably Stephon Diggs receiving yards. All right. Let's switch over to NBA. First off, any snipe plays? No snipe plays available right now, and that's what I'm saying. Early in the day, it's very rare that we get these snipe potentials because it's still very early. Big money hasn't been placed on certain sides. A lot of bets haven't been placed for the day yet. But we could take advantage mainly of where the projection differentials are and where we do see the most solid juice and where the money has gone so far. And as you can see, a lot of the early money has gone on Kyrie Irving's points plus assists over 26.5. He's got a -135 odds on the over. Projection of 28.73, a 2.23 projection differential. So over on Kyrie Irving, points and assists in this great matchup over 26.5 sounds like a good one with that solid juice and solid money on the over so far early in the morning. I do like Jacob Podol at the top of the list here. He's -120 at a 3 projection differential. He's a solid option. But I'm going to go with this Jared Allen points plus rebounds play. He's a -125 odds on the under, which is one of the bigger juices that we have available to us early on. That's plus EV plus projection. Jared Allen's been balling, yes, but this is a good opportunity since his line has continued to go up to grab that under on his points and rebounds of 32.5. Like I said, Vegas on the over at under at -125. Projections 29.45, a -3.05 projection differential. Now, the value that comes into being a Props Made Easy member and continuously being able to see this throughout the day is maybe you want to give this some time. You don't have to lock this right now. Give it some time, see if the money keeps going on that end and keeps boosting this up to maybe 140 eventually, -140 eventually. Or maybe it flip-flops on the other side and it becomes not a plus EV play anymore. Keep that in mind as well. Like right now, it's a plus EV play because the money has gone on the under. But if big money comes in on the over, and this is no longer a plus EV play, it will disappear. Even though the projection says to go the under, this will disappear and won't be as a plus EV plus projection play. So that's why these early morning videos are good to get you started. But being a Props Made Easy member it's vital to overall success, being able to follow these plays and see how these lines are moving and taking advantage of the real great spots. The projection differential obviously is going to be a big part of things. It's a big thing to look at, obviously, because you have a lot of analytics, a lot of data going into it. Like I said, Props Made Easy spends a lot of money to be partnered with the biggest company in the entire industry when it comes to player prop data, when it comes to player data, prediction data in general every day. And so it's definitely important to keep that in mind. But remember, we want the biggest spots that are plus EV plus projection. Okay, so the biggest juice that you can ask for on EV that is also plus projection is going to be your best options. Okay, so for example, Jacob Podol at -120 right here. He's not going to bump anytime soon because he's almost only -120 right now. He is a smart play on the over, is what the projections are telling you, right? But you can give this some time and see how this juice starts pushing one way or the other. If it gets bigger on the over or if it goes on the opposite side, you can get an idea if this is going to remain plus EV or if this is going to change eventually. So yeah, it's very vital that you get a Props Made Easy membership. But right now, The best place that you could possibly get, according to the EV spots in the projection, is over on Kyrie Irving points assists over 26.5. And then we're taking advantage of that hyped up line for Jared Allen under points and rebounds 32.5 for Jared Allen. All right, college football. Under on Rome Odunze receiving yards. He's at 97.5 on Prizepicks. He's down at 88.5 other places. Now, Rome is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but this is a tough matchup against Michigan. This is a very, very tough matchup here. I like the under. -9 sportsbook differential. So the value's on the under. The line's pretty high on Prizepicks at 97.5. So yeah, grab the under there. Jalen McMillan also receiving yards is at 67.5. Other sportsbooks have him down at 59.5. So we like the under on this Washington offense. They're an amazing offense, don't get me wrong, but that Michigan defense is solid. We're grabbing the under there. We're grabbing the under on a lot in this game, man. We're expecting a defensive game. Under on JJ McCarthy, passing yards of 200.5. So those are the main options is unders again. That's where the best value is. Remember, most people, especially the regular player prop players, are betting overs. They don't bet unders. They don't like betting unders. You don't see people mainly bet unders because they want to see big games. People don't really want to see duds, okay? So they don't like to predict unders as much as they do overs. So a lot of times you can grab great value on unders. All right? So don't sleep on unders. College basketball, we're rocking that over on Jalen Cone, points over 11.5. He's 12.5 other places, putting him at a 1 sportsbook differential on the over points for Jalen Cone. Grab that for college basketball. That will be bumped here soon. Let's talk hockey. We don't have a ton of options. This must be a tiny slate today. Of the options that we have available to us, you've got the Anthony Mantha play, shots on goal over 1.5 is -130 juice, and a projection on the over. Everything's very, very tight though, man. It's very tight lines, so I probably won't play much hockey today. When looking at soccer, the best option is going to be the under on Jude Bellingham for Real Madrid. Shots under 3. He's 2.5 other places. We also have his projection around that 2.5 at a 2.3. So under for him. League of Legends, the best options over on Nayo from RA. Map 1 through 3 kills over 6.5 kills. All right. And I know everybody focuses on NBA and NFL and all that good stuff. Take advantage of these other prop type, these other sports, man. Take advantage of this League of Legends and CS2 when we have them, and tennis and MMA, Dota, Valorant, all this stuff. Take advantage of everything you get on this site, okay? And put the best slips together based off EV, best off projection, all that good stuff. All right. Nothing for CS2 today. For tennis, we got a lot on board for tennis. We've got some 2.5s. I'm obviously going to rock with the half line over on Arthur Phil's. Arthur Phil's total games of 22.5. He's 25 on other sportsbooks. 2.5 value there on the over for Arthur Phil's. Going the over on Prizepicks 22.5. MMA, nothing updated for that yet. All right, recap. For NFL, the best over right now value is going to be Geno Smith's passing yards over 243.5. Over on Chris Olave, receiving yards of 63.5. And if you want to correlate Olave, you can go over Derek Carr as well, over 229.5. And then when looking at the unders, the best EV spot, projection's not as big on that under, but the best EV spot would be Stephon Diggs under receiving yards of 64.5, seeing that it's a -4 sportsbook differential. That's the biggest EV play that is available right now, is the under on Stephon Diggs receiving yards. All right? Coming back to NBA, taking a look at it, Sniper. Nothing on the Sniper, but we're going to go the over on Kyrie Irving points and assists at 26.5. Man, I live on this site and just checking the Sniper. Every like 10 minutes I check the Sniper play and get those values in as the day goes on. So make sure you are locked in at Props Made Easy. It's only $20 a month, and like I said, if you try it and you don't like it, so be it. If you decide you never want to try it, then so be it. That's your decision too. You're not the smartest better at the end of the day. It's important to utilize as much information as you possibly can to have success. But hey, to each his own, man. Some people just don't, have much sense. Jared Allen, points plus rebounds under 32.5 is the next play that we're going with. College football, we're rocking the under mainly on Rome Odunze and Jalen McMillan, and then JJ McCarthy. All these guys unders. We're expecting a defensive matchup there is what these other sportsbooks are keeping in mind, opposed to Prizepicks, where they have some of the lines elevated You could take advantage of that. Grab that over on Jalen Cohn's points of 11.5. He's a 1 sportsbook differential. Most of the time when you see a 1, they get bumped eventually. Jalen Cohn will probably be up to 12 here soon, so grab that. Nothing for hockey. I'm not going to play much hockey at the moment. Soccer under on Jude Bellingham shots under 3 is the best value at minus 0.69 projection differential. League of Legends over on Nayu map 1 through 3 kills of 6.5. That seems pretty low. Over 6.5 for him. And then CS2 nothing. Tennis over on Arthur Phils. He's the half line at 22.5. He's a 2.5. There's 3 players that are 2.5 values, but Phils is a half line opposed to these both being evens. So I'm going to take advantage of the over on the half line for Arthur. And then that's it. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Fantasy score pops into the player prop tool around an hour before the game start. Okay, so take advantage of the fantasy score tab as well. Once that gets updated for the day, we have to wait for other sportsbooks to accumulate fantasy scores to be able to compare, and then we have our projections as well that come in and give you an idea of where the fantasy score is at. Okay, thank y'all for joining me as always, man. Y'all keep good luck on your player props, whether you're a Props Easy member or if you're not. Thank y'all for joining me. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $20 a month, and we got another W in daily fantasy sports optimal lineups last night on greenlightdfs.com. So if you haven't tried daily fantasy sports optimal lineups for DraftKings and FanDuel, make sure you check out greenlightdfs.com. That is the best content for DFS that is in this industry. All right? All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.